How's it going, everybody? This is the erroneous one here. It's a Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. Today we're going to be going here and doing our platinum ticket pulls from PvP. This is a deluxe ranking PvP week, so if you guys are going to be doing PvP, now is a good time to, really get out there and try and get a little harder to, I guess, get a few more tickets. And kind of what we're doing is we're going to talk about again, the PvP and some of the new content. If any of you guys have watched Smelly Octo's recent video, he did talk about it. The new the new content is out there that is really difficult for even for whales to beat. Very difficult. Oh man. Okay, that's not a bad one, but I need tier 9 so badly right now. Which again is part of the issue with this one. The new stuff is interesting. The new challenge quest, or the attribute challenge. Oh my god, that is woof. It's challenging to say the least. They seem to be firing on over the top as opposed to undergoing the mark in terms of how hard content should be right now. They definitely went over the mark, and it's. I mean, some of the opponents I think have what did he say? I think it's like a billion HP or something like that, or is an insane amount of HP going in there. So many HP bars going in there. It is really difficult right now to get past those things, guys. Really difficult. I'm trying to think. I mean, one of the biggest things, and I did a video on this previously, was talking about the importance of PvP. Not always just not always like ranking super high in it. I mean, I get like Monster Sora is a thing. Dear God, Monster Sora is a thing. But you still need to go through and participate in PvP in order to have a chance at competing in events like this current attribute challenge and events like the organization event. Now, the rewards for the attribute challenge, are the rewards worth going for up against it? No, they really aren't. I mean, the best thing in there is literally a gem. It's a gem and like a broom and a Huey, Dewey, and Louie or something like that. And the other rewards are based off like a Huey, Dewey, and Louie, a magic mirror again, and I forget what the one was. But they aren't really worthwhile going through there and challenging for them. But the fact remains, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the rewards are worth it. But the biggest thing is, an event shouldn't be presented to us in a way that's going to go, oh, I can't even touch this. And not only are the rewards not worth it, but I can't even, get past this. Why would I invest in, why would I invest in so many chances or so much resources potentially in order to beat an event where the rewards aren't even worthwhile in the first place, right? That's part of the problem. That's a big problem. If the rewards were a little more, better, and to put it bluntly, the rewards are better, then we'd be more inclined to actually put forth more resources and go, okay, hey, you know what, let's try this. Awesome. Let's try this. Let's see if we can't get past this and into this and, get around this event or figure out more ways to do that. And that is a big issue, and hopefully they're going to be looking at that a little more. I mean, now I'm trying to remember, too, I do remember, last year, for instance, some of the events and everything leading up to Anniversary were kind of lackluster, and people were complaining about the events being lackluster and either A, too easy, or B, the rewards sucked, or whatever it was. In this case, it's the rewards kind of suck, and the event is way too freaking hard. But that was a thing that they were doing last year, too, as well. But the main thing is, you shouldn't be putting out events that, players feel like they have no chance in even passing, and then there's no reason to... Awesome. That's Fighting 4, right? There's no reason for them to actually, to even want to try in the first place. So there's that situation. And on the flip side of that one, it's PvP. And PvP is, as we've said before in the past on my channel, a very polarizing aspect of this game. It is definitely the central focus of this game now. PvP is the game for the most part in a lot of ways, which is, I'm not going to say understandable, but it is what it is in that regard. It is there, and it's something we have to, adjust and deal with. The main thing for that one is getting past some of these events, getting past the attribute challenge event, Here we go. Getting past the event in particular. I've only done these ones. I barely did this one. The level 5000 one, I barely managed that one. I got over here. I can beat this one in 4 rounds, not in 3 yet, which is obviously an issue, and I haven't even tried the magic ones yet. So this is what I'm going to be looking on into the game going in the future. But the problem, or not the problem, the issue with this one is for things like this, and this is just looking at this event as the current example because it's already up. But there is going to be stuff coming out in the future. Again, high score challenges. Hopefully, more of those, and hopefully they don't do the jewel thing again. But high score challenges. Hopefully the revamped organization event. One of the hopes for the new org events coming out is like they can reboot it starting with anniversary, and it'll be like the KH3 versions of the org members. That'd be a cool idea, but who knows, right? Events like this, those two mentioned previously. Events like some of the monthly gym quest as an example too as well. They're gonna be putting out things like this. Like if things like this are gonna start coming out to us, there's only going to be certain ways you can get around them. And it's like I was saying earlier for Coliseum. Coliseum right now is very interesting. As soon as we load. Coliseum, you're always going to hit that point where you just can't get any further. That's the nature of that particular beast. Which, you know, it makes sense. That's what Coliseum is. But in order to get further, like right now, I'm currently at 16th. Rankings overall for Coliseum. In order to get further in Coliseum, and this is like pretty much my wall. I mean, this right here, this step right here, round 670, blah blah, 673 is pretty much my wall. But if I want to get past that wall a little bit, I could, you know, obviously there's always an option to pull, which we're not going to be doing. But evolving metal is going to be key to this one. There are certain points where if you don't have evolved metals for this, for a certain point in Coliseum, I think it was like around rank 100. I think it was a little bit before rank 100, maybe like rank 120 or so. It was definitely in tier 18 though. As soon as you start hitting up into tier 18, getting up into those quests and everything, you can't progress unless you have evolved metals. So not only do your metals need the traits, which is a whole new kit caboodle in that regard, but you also need to have the metals evolved. And not for their supernova, because right now, before the update hits, because there is going to be an update eventually that's going to add aerial and ground attributes to your supernova, which will then make it useful once in things like this. So be ready for that one. That's going to be a very important thing too, which is, once again, another reason to evolve metals. This isn't even kind of supernova. This is just like, you know, your basic metals that you're using in there that can currently be evolved, which is pretty much all of the KH3 metals. You can evolve those things, and you can get further because you do add on the extra 2000 attack. You do add on well, I would say the higher supernova, but you know right now. But you do add on the extra attack and the extra levels in there. So not only do you get the extra 2000 Chippendales in there, you also get the increase in attack from, once again, evolving metal from level 1 back to level 120 again. That adds on to as well. So I think overall you're probably adding like close to 4,000 or 5,000 attack when all is said and done. I think roughly thereabouts. I could be a little off, but I'm pretty sure that's about right. But you can do that. And that's pretty much what's going to get you going through these kind of things. So that's nothing to scoff at. It's actually pretty important in a lot of ways. But in order to get those metals evolved, you have to participate. And again, you don't even need to focus on, you know, PvP doesn't need to be like your primary focus in life. You know, I get that. But a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like running into monster Soras. But the thing you're going to run into is like people who do participate in PvP, even if it's bit by bit, you're going to get those dual meow wows to evolve metals. And I'm not even talking about the KH3 supernova metals. I mean just the regular tier 8 and tier 7 KH3 metals. Those are going to make a difference, and those are what is going to get you further in Coliseum and allow you to combat and even try to go up against events like the Attribute Challenge event is currently up right now. So my current goal right now that I'll be focusing on at the moment is I'm going to be making player-friendly setups as best I can for these events, and they're going to involve evolved metals, and I will even do my best to show you guys a setup with non-evolved metals and a setup with evolved metals going into the Attribute Challenge, and show you guys the massive difference in damage that you deal, because it is a huge damage dealer. I'm going to try to avoid using the KH3 Supernova metals because those are on a higher class tier. I'm going to try and stick around to the tier 8 and the tier 7 evolved metals because those are easier to get. As you guys saw from my Platinum Tickets pools, you get tier 7 and tier 8 dual Meow Wows like crazy. They're like candy. It's the tier 9s that are rare in that one. So it's not like you don't have a chance to evolve those medals. You do have a good chance of evolving those medals. You do. Flat out. Let's see. Ranking. And even in Coliseum too. Downside with Coliseum is that it's only, of course, once a month. So you do have to wait longer, which can be a pain, you know, because if you have to wait a whole month, there could be an event that's in the month that you won't be able to potentially complete or anything because you don't have the no Meow Wows. 15, 25, and 30 for first through 100th. 13, 23, 25 for first through 100, first through 500th. And then 20, 23 through up to 1,000. I mean, you get plenty of guaranteed dual Meow Wows, but again, it's only once a month. The thing about PvP is it allows you to challenge it weekly, so you have a chance of getting those tier 8 and tier 7 medals you may need throughout the week by just participating in PvP. And again, it isn't so much that you, like, you know, rank super, super high and, you know, that's all your focus. I get that you don't want to focus on PvP. I get that. But you still need to challenge it. If you guys, and I'm mainly saying this because I've been seeing a lot of complaints about that earlier. On Reddit in particular, has been kind of, I mean, I understand too, like the difficulty in those actual challenges is pretty ridiculous. They definitely need to curb that a little bit. But I know that they're doing it in a way to try and promote players to actually start evolving medals and show you, hey, you need to evolve these medals. The main thing is this one though is like if you're not challenging PvP, like if you're not doing PvP or you're only paying like a little bit of attention to PvP, like, you know, oh, you know, I go forth, I do enough for my dailies, and I walk out of it and poof, you know, I don't worry about it anymore after that. And you're not being able to pull more dual Meow Wows or anything to evolve medals. If you're not evolving medals, then, you know, it's kind of hard for you guys to have a valid point to complain about that because you guys aren't trying. I mean, the part of the game is like you can get these medals just by participating in the events, which is part of the events is PvP. And I know people aren't gonna like that. I mean, I know people are they're gonna go, I know it's PvP. I don't want to deal with PvP. I know, I get that, man. But you have to at least try it. You have to at least challenge it and do it a bit more just in order to have a chance of getting, you know, more dual Meow Wows. If you're in your own bracket, your own tier bracket for PvP, and you know you can't get further than that or anything, and you need to maintain your rank, no problem. Work within your means, of course. Always work within your means in the game. But if you're not doing it, or if you're barely putting any effort into it, like, you know, you barely do dailies for it or anything, or you don't do dailies for it at all, or, you know, like that, and you can't evolve medals, you guys really can't complain too much about that because you're not doing part of the game that will allow you to get the resources to evolve medals to compete against those harder events and challenges. I'm telling you guys right now, the state of the game right now, the way the game is going for the PvE content side, the attribute challenge, it is starting to force players to require evolved medals. And it's the same thing they were doing in the past too earlier with the other mechanics when they first came out with Supernova, you know, that kind of stuff as well. You need to have these new mechanic abilities going in there, or at least trying to get them, or like Supernova's an idea. When they first introduced 7-star medals, when they're going from 6 stars to 7 stars, it was the same thing. They started introducing content quickly. It wasn't like a gradual, oh, you know, we're gonna bump up a little bit. It was a pretty quick incline increase from, oh, we're here to we're up here now, and you need to start getting medals to 7-star. Otherwise, you're gonna be down here and you're not gonna be able to beat anything up here. And that was a fast change up. It's the same thing doing again now too as well. Now it's a fast change up where you need to have evolved medals, and if you don't get them quick, or you start working on getting them, then you're going to be left in the dust, unfortunately. You're not going to be able to compete in some of the harder content. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's want to talk about that because I've been getting a lot of comments about that. I've been seeing a lot of complaints about that on Reddit and on the Facebook groups and everything. And, you know, the annoyance is valid, don't get me wrong. But there are also people going there like, oh, I don't do PvP, and then they turn around and complain about how hard event is, or, oh, only whales have evolved medals, which, okay, I mean, yeah, but again, you can get evolved medals without whaling. I mean, it is a thing, it is possible. But they complain about, you know, hard content, and then they turn around and complain about, you know, not doing PvP, and then not having dual Meow Wows or anything. So, I mean, there's got to be a balance in that regard too. I mean, I'm trying to play both sides of the fence in that regard, going like, I want to help you guys get past this event. This is why I'm going to start doing some videos. Hopefully today, I'll start testing out some setups that are valid, that will work out, that I think players can emulate to the best of their ability to get past these events. But they're going to involve evolved medals. That was a tongue twister. That's what's gonna be. I mean, that's just the way it's gonna pan out because you're gonna need those in order to get past these events. So just I guess be ready for that. Hope you guys won't get too mad about that or anything, but we'll see what we can do about that, and I'll see what I can do to help out players and everything. But it is a thing now, guys. It is definitely a thing. Either way, guys, best luck on your guys' platinum ticket pulls. Good luck there. I hope you guys pull some good stuff out there for you guys. I did pretty well on mine. Got 4, so I can go and evolve into the medal, which I'll be doing. So yeah, you guys best of luck, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know you guys' opinion down below in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. I do value your guys' feedback, and I try and respond to everybody as best I can. And also, if you guys liked the video, if you guys agreed, if you guys would do me a favor and hit that that thumbs up button there, I appreciate it. And if you guys are a new viewer to my channel, if you guys would hit that subscribe button, I'd also appreciate that too as well. But again, guys, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.